Bull Moose is your one-stop shop for all things music, movies, books, and beyond. And every month we get a preview of new releases from Chris Brown. He's here in the 207 studio with us to go over just a few of them. Hey, Chris.
Good to have you here, as always.
Yeah, nice.
All right, let's jump right into it. We've got a new music release from a band called Visions of Atlantis. The name of this release, which is on CD and LP, is Pirates 2 Armada. This is a band with kind of an interesting story.
Yes, and this album is one of those things where if you think you might like it, you will love it. But
right, well,
they are. What is it?
It's an Austrian metal band?
They're a symphonic metal band. Which means that like the bass and the guitar and the drums are all pure heavy metal, but they layer like synthesizers and stuff over the top, and the vocals are kind of almost operatic, so it's like huge, like arena-sized music.
I gotta say, this sounds like Austrian Spinal Tap to me.
Maybe, in a way.
But as you said, if you think you like it, then you'll like
will.
it.
Yes. Oh, and we should mention that they no longer sing about Atlantis. Now, the last 5 years or more, they've been singing about pirates.
But it's Visions of Atlantis. Oh, well, that's all right. We'll let them evolve. That's fine.
Yeah, you know,
also on the list, we have The Boy and the Heron, which is out on Blu-ray and 4K as well. What is this about?
This is an animated film, Japanese. And the director, Miyazaki, it's sort of like Kiss, like he retired 10 years ago and then still making a movie.
A lot of strange things happen in this place. I just hope he stays safe.
The Boy and the Heron won the Academy Award for the Best Animated Picture or Feature just this last March. If you haven't seen his stuff, like it's always beautiful and calm and quiet, and there's a lot of like these almost like nature studies. The story is kind of you've heard it a million times. It's, you know, a young person, there's a tragedy, meets a mentor and goes off on all these adventures. It's just that his adventures are really bizarre. But they're beautiful and it's really captivating.
These films always have a distinctive look. There's no
question
really
about
that.
And there's a sadness underneath it all, too.
On to another CD LP release. This is Vince Guaraldi, and it's called It Was a Short Summer, Charlie Brown. It's a soundtrack. Now, Vince Guaraldi is a guy whom a lot of people know from the Charlie Brown Christmas theme, which becomes immensely popular every November and December. What is It Was a Short Summer, Charlie Brown?
Well, if people might remember this one, it's when Lucy signs everybody up for summer camp and they have to go. Vince Guaraldi did a lot of music for the Peanuts specials. And so you kind of know what this is going to sound like. But what's interesting about it is they didn't try to make like song-length pieces of music to sell a soundtrack album. This is more shorter bits. So if you're curious about how soundtracks are put together, how there is a theme that's reused a bunch of times to time with the action. Like there's a 1 minute and 2 second version of Linus and Lucy. That's da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But it's different. But obviously the scene was 1 minute and 2 seconds long, and they said, okay, guys, we need 62 seconds.
That's how composers work for TV and film.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of cues that were never used on here, so it's fun.
Peanuts. I love
Yeah,
Charlie
and the
Brown.
music. Yeah, and the music is great. It's just what you think, but it's fun.
All right, let's wrap up with this Blu-ray called Civil War. What's this about?
This is kind of tough. It's about a civil war that takes place in more or less present-day America, and they try to obscure the politics of it all by, like, one of the factions is California and Texas. So you don't really know what happened to start this Civil War.
19 states have seceded.
The United States Army ramps up activity.
The White House issued warnings to the Western forces as well as the Florida Alliance.
The main characters are photojournalists, so a lot of this is about what's the point of journalism. They're training, they're kind of mentoring a young photographer, and so it would be like would interest the two of you because it's like what are we trying to do here when politics are challenging.
You summed this up by saying about if people think they might be interested in this film, then
Well, I think it's more the opposite of the thing is like if you're wondering if it feels a little too tense for you, then it's probably not.
All right.
Not for you.
Good thing to keep in mind. Got to leave it there. Chris Brown, thanks as always.
you.
Stay with us. Back with more of 207 right after this.